Back in the early 90s, I decided that I was going to get rich. So I was trying to figure out a way to do it. All the get-rich schemes that was out there. I checked into chinchillas and raising different things, and all of a sudden I read about ostriches. How you could get rich raising ostriches. So I said, that sounds good. So I got with a guy I knew in Murray County, and we went in together and bought some ostriches. Well, they was hard to find, so the guy that had them was way out in Kentucky somewhere. So he brought them down, and we had built this huge pen for them and spent weeks building it. And we didn't know anything about it, but we figured he'd tell us when he brought the birds. So the day arrives, and he shows up, and he's driving a big old U-Haul, and he flies in there and backs up to the gate, opens it up, and these two huge birds that weigh about 200 something pounds apiece stroll off the back of that thing. Well, we were stunned because we thought they were going to be little birds, but they weren't. So we asked him, questions, and he said, I gotta go. I gotta be in Florida in a few minutes. So he grabs my money, $6,000, and takes off. I'm going, wait, we don't know what we're doing. We need to ask you some questions. What do we feed them? He said, just feed them corn and horse feed, and if you need anything, holler at me. So we were kind of stuck because we didn't know anything about what we was doing. So the first day, these ostriches were 9 feet tall, and they weighed close to 250 pounds apiece. We didn't know what in the world we was going to do with them. I went in to feed them because my friend was scared of them. And so I walked in the pen, and there's these two big birds, and they're 9 feet tall, and they're looking down at you like this, one on this side and one on this side, and they both had their heads above me. And I was looking up, and I was, oh my gosh. And all of a sudden I felt something, and it was like, and they ripped every button off my shirt. My shirt just fell open. I said, uh-oh. So about a day later, or maybe it was 2, the bird that I had purchased, that's my luck, had got a big gash in its neck on the fence. So I was panicking. I thought, oh gosh, my bird's going to die. I paid all this money for it, and there's my investment and all the millions I was going to make. I just seen it all going out the door. So I went and I called the guy, and I kept calling and calling. Finally got a hold of him, and he says, he wouldn't tell me much because he was so busy, but he said, go to the vet, get some blue horse spray, and just spray his neck down, and he'll be fine. I said, is that all? He said, yeah, that's all you got to do. Just spray his neck down with some blue horse spray. He said, but be careful because if you get that stuff on you, you can't get it off. I thought, okay. So I went and got some blue horse spray in a can, and I give it to my friend because he was scareder than I was, and I told him, I said, I'll grab the bird and you spray it. Well, that sounded like a good plan at the time. So I go in the pen, and I'm circling around behind this big ostrich. Now he's sitting on the ground, and he's got his head turned, and he's watching me, and his head's turned all the way around watching me sneak up on him. And I'm yelling at my friend saying, now when I grab him, you start spraying right then because I can't hold him long. He goes, okay, no problem. So I sneak up on the bird, and I'm sneaking as quiet as I can, and the bird, his head's going back and forth between me and my friend because he's in front of it and I'm behind it. And then all of a sudden I jump on the back of the bird, and I reach around it, not knowing that there's a secret to this bird. If you just grab their wingtips, you can make them do anything you want. Nobody had told us that. So I jump on its back, and I grab it, and I got my arms around it. That didn't last long because there's a big thing the man forgot to tell me about ostriches. One of them is, when they get scared, they jump about 10 feet in the air straight up. The second thing is they kick their feet back, so you don't want to be behind them. And the third thing is they poop everywhere when they jump. So, here I am. I jump on this ostrich's back. It kicks its feet back and kicks me right between the legs and about kills me. I hit the ground, and about that time my friend's running up with a spray can, and he turns in, he sprays me all in the face with the blue horse spray, misses the bird entirely, and the bird is up here in the air and just poops all over me, and I'm covered in ostrich dung, about 30 pounds of it. So I'm laying there walking around on the ground with a smurf face and ostrich crap all over me. And I just made up my mind that if that ostrich dies, it's God's will.